In no mood to find another I might not concave 너 맘아서 믿겠니 그렇게요 right now baby I don't care about the other summer 지금 내가 필요한 건 뭐 맞든 I wanna hear it right now baby I don't
To kill your bed hours and then eat in a 4-hour window period. I highly recommend you take it in a stepwise fashion in a month-to-month basis. First month go 12-12, and second month go 14-10, and your third month 16-8. And your rule number
You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world still is the same, you never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. Is the same, you never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, well, you're nobody till somebody loves you.
Don't wanna close the door.
I haven't studied for the whole day, so I'm just gonna make up for it by reading these 3 books as like a bedtime story. I feel like whenever I'm idle, I always end up still thinking about academics, and it's this endless cycle of procrastinating and thinking of studying but not actually studying. Whenever you try to get rest or take a break, there's always that thought nagging at the back of your mind that, oh, you have to study. So a break doesn't actually feel like a break. It feels more like you're beating yourself up for having said break and therefore not getting energized, although having that break, that breather, is essentially good for you. Moving on from that topic, I had science practical today. In all honesty, I was prepared and I was kind of panicked, honestly, at the most question for the titration. I got 22.7 3 times in a row. Actually, just 3 times in a row. I was actually kind of stunned. I thought I would get a slightly lower value after my first one because I tend to be kind of careless and, okay, not careless, you know, like, how do I say this? I tend to be, okay, careless, I suppose, as in I don't really carefully do my titrations. I didn't really want to predict what was going to come out on the paper. Just prepared for everything. I felt prepared for everything. Perhaps my planning, it felt a little bit rusty towards the end, especially because I found that out of all the three sciences, chem has the most ambiguous sort of planning. When it comes to bio, when it comes to physics, you can just copy the instructions and modify them according to the planning instructions. But for chem, you kind of have to think back to your prerequisite knowledge. I can't pronounce this, man. Like, you have to think back to your prerequisite knowledge that you've already learned in chem, such as the separating techniques and whatnot. And even if you know them in theory, it's kind of hard to present them in steps for people to follow. And considering that that's what they made us do, I kind of stumbled at that, especially because it was paper chromatography, which in essence seems really simple, and when it's theory paper, such as in paper 2, it's really easy to answer. But then when it comes to answering them in the practical, where you have to give instructions on the legs and you're marked based on that and you have to draw the diagram, kind of made me stuck. I identified D as hydrochloric acid and F as nitric acid, and then I did all the tests. I did the chloride ion test as well as the sulfate ion test. I was gonna do the carbon dioxide gas test so I could test for carbonic acid, but I am not gonna lie, carbon dioxide test is one of my least favorite tests because it's so annoying to do. I hate bubbling gas into lime water because it's generally just really annoying. But I feel like after messing up my prelim QA section, like bro, that segment lost me my A in chem overall, and that really sucked, honestly, because although I winged essentially the entire prelims. When I mean that, I mean like I was rusty for all of the topics, and the night before I had to pull all-nighters, like absolute all-nighters, just for me to get familiar with the knowledge or learn a whole ass new topic because I was sleeping or not paying attention in class. And when it came to chem, I spent the entire night looking through energetics and the new topics, and I didn't memorize ammonia at all, so I got 0 for the entire question for that one, and I ended up getting a B for paper 2 as well, which sucked, honestly, because I had so many careless mistakes. And I had to study. Like, I can't study last minute. Like, when I say last minute, I was actually last minuting, because I think I started at like 10 p.m at night after exams, and after that I'll continue on to like 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. depending on the paper, and I would walk into the exam highly caffeinated, and towards the end of prelims actually I found myself really getting fatigued and not being able to handle doing the paper. I spent the entire weekend after that just recovering from the trauma, from the physical exertion that was pulling how many all-nighters in a row and getting an average of 1.5 hours, 1 hour of sleep. I filmed that entire experience and edited it, and you can see it in one of the vlogs in my channel. Anyways, I've been yapping for way too much. One paper is done already. This is also a message to you guys if you guys are dwelling on the O-level papers that just happened. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be uploading this, but it's probably gonna be in the middle of the O-level period or perhaps after. I'm not sure. Depends on how much time I have. But anyways, the paper has already ended, okay? So there's really just no point in dwelling on it. If you did badly, then so be it. There's still other papers for you to cover. You still don't know how the rest of the cohort performed in comparison to you. Don't read the damn Reddit post, man. Like, the Reddit posts aren't gonna do shit for you. Let's be real. It's just gonna make you feel more shitty, even though you look to it for validation. I made the horrible mistake of going on Reddit today, and I kind of started doubting myself for a minute, so the bus ride home wasn't as pleasant as I had initially hoped for it to be. And that was because I tried to validate my results and try to feel better about it because my friends were talking about it. So yes, please go home straight away, or go on consultation with teachers if you want to do that after that. Take a break, because exams are mentally taxing and, well, it makes you fatigued and all. Take a nap, whatever. You can take the day off if you want, though towards the end of the written papers, and you know the thick of the written papers in the end of at the end of August. Oh my god, at the end of October, it's back to back. So maybe if you're prepared, it's better to just wing it. Okay, not wing it, more like keep it zen so that you don't overthink your answers and get yourself into a panic. Just don't overthink. The paper's already been done for. You can't fight for any marks. You aren't gonna be ever seeing your manuscript like ever again. You don't know your actual score, you only know your grade. And if it's the earlier papers, you still have a second chance and it can bring you up by a grade, okay? Don't dwell on it. Move on to the next paper and we will all achieve our A1s and raw 6s. Yeah. All the best, guys.